Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. We've got another card close-up for you today. This is going to be part 3 in our Star Wars Imperial Assault series of card close-ups. And as we continue our overall series of Star Wars Imperial Assault, today I'm going to show you all the deployment cards along with the figures for the ones that I have. Some of them I still only have the tokens. So without anything else, let's get right into it. Alright, let's start with the neutral skirmish upgrade cards. So this one has a deployment cost of 1. It's called Devious Scheme. After setup, choose your deployment zone. Your opponent starts the game with initiative and must deploy his figures first. If your opponent also has Devious Scheme, this card has no effect. And then we've got Temporary Alliance with a deployment cost of 1 as well. You may include up to 2 Rebel Alliance deployment cards in your army. And First Strike. This is a deployment cost of 2 for this one. After setup, you and your opponent both receive 4 victory points. Alright, now let's move on to the deployment cards for the figures themselves for the neutral figures. First we've got the Nexu and the Elite Nexu. You can see the difference of 2 from the deployment cost. The Nexu is 4, the Elite Nexu is 6. They both have mobile, bleed, and they both have cleave, except the Nexu requires a surge to cleave 1. The Elite Nexu has cleave 2 automatically, and then the regular Nexu has surge with pierce 2. The Elite Nexu has surge plus 2 damage. Then with Pounce, place your figure in an empty space within 3 spaces. This requires you to use an action. Then you may perform an attack. And then Cunning, while defending, apply +1 block to defense results for each evade result. And they are non-sentient, so they cannot interact. The Nexu has health of 6, speed of 6, defense with a white die, and attack with a red and green. The Elite Nexu, health 8, speed 6, defense white die, attack red and green. And this is the figure for the Nexu right here. Next we've got the Trindushan Hunters, the regular and the elite version. And here is the figure for this guy. Okay, so the regular Trindushan Hunter, you can see it comes in a squad of 2. Both of them a squad of 2. It's going to take 7 deployment costs for the regular, 10 for the elite. For a reinforcement, 3 for the regular, 5 for the elite. It's going to be, for the regular one, he's got Surge Bleed and Surge Pierce 2, while the elite has Surge Focus, Surge Bleed, Surge Pierce 2. They both are relentless. When you declare an attack target a figure within 3 spaces, that figure suffers 1 strain. The regular Hunter has Scattergun while attacking. If you are adjacent to the target, apply +1 damage to the attack result. And the Elite has ACP Scattergun. While attacking, if you are adjacent to the target, apply +2 damage to the attack result. So if they're adjacent, they're always doing at least something. Health is going to be 6 for the regular, and speed will be 4. Defense with a black die, attack with blue-green. The Elite Hunter has health 8, speed 4, defense black, and attack with blue-green as well. And then we've got IG-88, which actually, he comes with this token in the base game. However, you can purchase the miniature as well, which comes in the villain pack that you can get. Alright, so IG-88, deployment cost of 12. +1 block automatically, +2 accuracy. He has a surge of recover 3 damage, and surge +2 damage. Arsenal, your attack pool consists of any combination of 2 attack dice. Relentless, when you declare an attack targeting a figure within 3 spaces, that figure suffers 1 strain, just like the Hunters. And Assault, you can perform multiple attacks each activation, which obviously sets them apart from most figures other than heroes. He has health 10, speed 5, defense with the black die, and as you see, the attack has the question marks on the dice because of the arsenal ability. Alright, I adjusted my light source slightly, so hopefully it's a little bit better. And let's go on to the skirmish cards for the Rebel Alliance. You got, for one deployment, one deployment cost, you have Balance of the Force. You may include an additional 3 points worth of command cards in your deck. Gets you up to 18. Then we've got Rebel High Command for 2 deployment costs. At the end of each game round, draw 1 additional command card. Alright, moving on to the Rebel Alliance deployment cards. You've got Mac Eshkare right here, which obviously is also one of the heroes of the game. And he's going to have a 3 deployment cost during when you're playing skirmish. He's going to be +2 accuracy with a surge or +1 damage with a surge. He also has a priority target. Figures do not block line of sight for your attacks. And with a surge, he has critical hit. This attack gains Pierce 2. If this attack defeats a hostile target, your opponent must discard 1 random command card from his hand. Health 4, speed 4, defense with a white die, and attack 2 blue die. Then we've got Gideon Argus, also one of the heroes of the game. Gideon is going to have a 3 deployment cost, surge, focus, and surge +2 damage. You can use an action for tactical maneuver. Choose another friendly figure in your line of sight. That figure gains 2 movement points. Or use an action for On My Mark. Choose another friendly figure in your line of sight. That figure becomes focused. So this guy is much more of a support character, helping out the other figures, that sort of thing. Hence the leader tab up there, or descriptor up at the top. Health 5, speed 4, defense with a black die, and attack blue and green die. Next we've got Garkon, which is of course another one of the heroes from the game. There you go. He has +1 block automatically. He can use a surge for focus or surge, pierce 1, and bleed. He has the ability Enraged. If you have suffered at least 1 damage, you can perform multiple attacks each activation. Because even though he's a hero in the campaign, in the skirmish games he cannot do multiple attacks normally, just like all the other deployment cards. Use an action for charge. Move a number of spaces up to your speed, then you may perform an attack. Health 10, speed 4, defense with a black die, and attack red and yellow. Now, you know what? I skipped some in the deployment order here. Let's go down to the Rebel Saboteur. He actually comes with this, and I have not gotten his mini yet, so I don't have that to show you. But he has a deployment cost of 5. He's actually in a squad of 2, so 2 of those will be out at the same time. A reinforcement cost of 3. And he gets +2 accuracy. Surge will be Pierce 2 or Blast 1 or Stun. Overload. You can trigger the same surge ability up to twice per attack instead of the usual 1. Health 4, Speed 5, Defense with a white die, and red and yellow attack ranged. Next we've got Jenodan, who also one of the heroes of the campaign game. She has a deployment cost of 5, Surge, Stun, and Pierce 1, or Surge +2 accuracy and +2 damage. Hair Trigger. At the start of a hostile figure's activation, you may interrupt to perform an attack that targets that figure. Limit once per round. Nimble. After an attack targeting you is resolved, gain 2 movement points for each of your evade results. Cunning. While defending, apply +1 block to the defense results for each evade result. Health 6, 5 speed, defense with a white die, and attack with 2 green dies. Here's the Rubble Trooper. This comes with a token in the game. I do not have these minis yet either. 6 deployment costs, come in a squad of 3 with 2 reinforcement costs. Surge, Pierce 1, Surge +1 accuracy. Aim if you have not exited your space during this activation. Apply +1 damage and +2 accuracy to your attack results. Health 3, Speed 4, Defense with a white die, Attack with a blue and yellow die. Next we've got Diala Pasil, I guess is how you pronounce it. Another one of the heroes of the campaign. 7 deployment cost. Surge, Recover 2 damage, Surge, Pierce 3, or Surge, Cleave 2 damage. Shattering Blow. When you declare an attack, you may discard 1 command card from your hand to choose and remove 1 die from your target's defense pool, which essentially means a lot of the time you can be attacking with no defense whatsoever on the other side. Foresight. While defending, you may re-roll 1 defense die. Health 8, Speed 5, Defense with a white die, and Attack with red and green. Okay, next we've got Finn Cygnus, who is, again, one of the heroes of the main game. 9 deployment cost. Surge for Blast 1 damage, Surge for +1 damage, or Surge for +1 accuracy. Assault. You can perform multiple attacks each activation. Trooper Assault. After a friendly trooper within 3 spaces resolves an attack, it may gain Assault. Limit once per round. And for instance, you can see that these guys right here are troopers. Oh, and Health 10, Speed 4, Defense with a black die, Attack, blue, red, and green die. That's one of my favorites right there. Alright, Luke Skywalker. Here's his figure that comes with the game. 10 deployment cost, +1 block automatically, Surge for +2 damage, Surge for Recover 2 damage, and Surge for +2 accuracy. Use an action for Saber Strike. Perform a melee attack using 1 red and 1 yellow die. This attack gains Pierce 3. And Inspiring. While another friendly figure within 3 spaces is attacking, it may re-roll 1 die. Health 10, Speed 5, Defense with a white die, and Attack with a blue, green, and yellow die. I love those 3 die attacks. Speaking of which, here is Han Solo, who comes with this token during the game, or with the game, but you can also get his mini with the ally pack. So 12 damage, or excuse me, 12 deployment costs. He's going to have Surge +2 accuracy and +1 damage. He also has Surge +2 damage. Return fire. After an attack targeting you is resolved, if you did not suffer any damage, you can interrupt to perform an attack targeting that attacker. Limit once per round. Distracting. While a friendly figure is defending and you are adjacent to the targeted space, apply +1 evade to the defense results. And cunning. While defending, apply +1 block to the defense results for each evade result. Health 12, Speed 4, Defense white, and Attack with a blue and 2 green die. And finally, we've got Chewbacca, who comes with that token, but you are able to get an ally pack with this figure, and I'm not sure what's going on with Chewbacca's face here. It looks a little weird. 15 deployment costs, so he's very expensive. +2 damage, surge with a surge. Excuse me, Surge +2 damage, Surge stun, Surge +2 accuracy. All right, he can use an action for Slam. Choose one adjacent hostile figure and roll 1 red die. That figure suffers damage equal to damage result. Then, if it is a small figure, you may push it 1 space. And Protector. While a friendly figure is defending and you are adjacent to the targeted space, apply +1 defense to the defense results. Excuse me, +1 block to the defense results. Limit 1 Protector ability used per attack. Health 14, Speed 4, Defense with a black and a white die, and Attack with a blue, red, and yellow die. So you can see why he is pretty expensive there. All right, here's the 1 skirmish upgrade card that comes for the Empire. You've got Temporary Alliance with a deployment cost of 1. You may include up to 2 neutral deployment cards in your army. And finally, moving on to the Imperial deployment cards. Here you've got the Imperial Officer and the Elite Imperial Officer. The regular Imperial Officer has a deployment cost of 2, the Elite deployment cost of 5. Surge focus for both, surge +1 damage, and surge +2 accuracy for the regular, +3 accuracy for the Elite. The Elite one also has the option of plus or surge adding stun. The regular has a use an action for an order. Choose another friendly figure within 2 spaces. That figure may interrupt to perform a move. Or use an action for executive order. Choose another friendly figure within 2 spaces. That figure may interrupt to perform a move or an attack, and that's with the Elite Imperial Officer. They both have cower. While defending, while adjacent to a friendly figure, you may re-roll 1 defense die. +3 health for the regular, 3 health for the regular, 5 health for the Elite, 4 speed for both, defense with a white die for both, and attack with a blue and yellow. Next we've got the Probe Droid and the Elite Probe Droid. Alright, and there's that guy. Okay, the 3 deployment costs for the Probe Droid, 5 for the Elite. Mobile for both of them. Surge +1 attack for the regular, +2 for the Elite. Surge Pierce 1 for the regular, Pierce 2 for the Elite. Surge Recover 1 for the regular, Recover 2 for the Elite. The regular Probe Droid has self-destruct at the end of a round. You may roll 1 red die. Each adjacent figure and object suffers damage equal to the damage results. Then you are defeated. The Elite one has self-destruct as well, but also has targeting computer. While attacking, you may re-roll 1 attack die. Health 5 for the regular, 7 for the Elite. 3 speed for the regular, 4 speed for the Elite. They both have black defense die and attack with blue, yellow, and yellow. Next we've got the Stormtroopers, both regular and Elite. And I've been painting these guys. They don't come like this obviously, but that's what the figure looks like. Okay, we've got 6 deployment costs for the regular Stormtroopers and a squad of 3 with a reinforcement cost of 2. 9 deployment costs for the Elites, squad of 3 with 3 reinforcement costs as well. Surge +1 damage for the regular, +2 damage for the Elite. Surge +2 accuracy for the regular, +3 accuracy for the Elite. Squad training. While attacking, while adjacent to another friendly trooper, you may re-roll 1 attack die. That is also the case for the Elite, and then the Elite also has Last Stand. When you are defeated, choose another figure in your group. That figure becomes focused. Health 3 for the regulars, 5 for the Elite. Speed 4 for both. Both have black defense die and attack with blue and green. Next up, we've got the E-Web Engineer, regular and Elite. And here's his figure. Okay, 6 deployment costs for the regular, 8 for the Elite. +3 accuracy automatically for both of them. The regular has Surge Recover 2, as does the Elite. Also has Surge +1 damage, where the Elite has +2 damage. The Elite also automatically has +1 block. They both have Tripod. During your activation, you cannot voluntarily exit your space if you attack, and you cannot attack if you exit your space. They also both have Assault. You can perform multiple attacks each activation. Health 5 for the regular, 7 for the Elite. Speed 2 for the regular, 3 for the Elite. They both use black defense die, and they both attack with blue, red, and yellow. If you get this guy down a long hallway, he can be pretty devastating. Next up, we've got the Royal Guard, regular and Elite. I'm sure you're sensing a theme here with the eliteness of these guys, of the Imperial cards. Royal Guard regular is going to have an 8 deployment cost. Here's their figure, by the way. All right. So an 8 defense call or 8 deployment costs with a squad of 2 and 4 reinforcement costs. The Elite is going to have 12 deployment costs, very expensive, with a squad of 2 and 6 reinforcement costs. They both have reach, they both have surge stun, they both have surge +2 damage, but the Royal Guard automatically, the Elite Royal Guard automatically has +1 evade as well. They both have protector. While a friendly figure is defending and you are adjacent to the targeted space, apply +1 block to the defense results. Limit 1 protector ability used per attack. And the regular Royal Guard has vengeance. When an adjacent friendly figure is defeated, you become focused. Meanwhile, the Elite Royal Guard has forward vengeance. When an adjacent friendly figure is defeated, you become focused and may move 1 space. Health 8 for the regular, 10 for the Elite. Speed is 5 for both. Defense is black. And the attack is red and yellow. Alright, up next we've got the ATST, which I'm not really going to be able to fit him in it, but there you go. You can see this guy is huge. Okay. ATST 14 deployment cost. He is massive. He has +3 accuracy automatically. Surge, blast 2 damage, and surge pierce 2. Targeting computer. While attacking, you may reroll 1 attack die. And awkward, you cannot attack adjacent figures. Health 15, speed 4, defense 2 black die, and attack blue, red, and red. Next we have the Royal Guard Champion, which comes with this token in the base game. However, you can get the villain pack to get this guy, which I think is just one of the coolest minis in the game. I think him and Argus, Gideon Argus, might be my 2 favorite minis. So we've got the Royal Guard Champion, 15 deployment cost, Surge for bleed, Surge pierce 2, and Surge +2 damage. Use an action for brutality. Perform 2 attacks. Each attack must have a different target. And Executor. When a friendly figure within 3 spaces is defeated, this figure may interrupt to move up to 2 spaces and then perform an attack. Limit once per round. Health is 13, speed is 6, defense is white and black, and attack is red, green, and yellow. Next we've got General Weiss, or General Weiss. I usually call him General Weiss. He comes with this, and I have not gotten his figure yet. It is another ATST, except you've got General Weiss sticking out the top, and obviously the ATST is a little bit different. 16 deployment cost. He is massive, +2 accuracy. Use 2 surges to get blast 3, and 1 surge for pierce 2. You can use an action for General's Orders. Choose up to 2 other friendly figures on the map. Those figures may each interrupt to perform a move. And Epic Arsenal. Your attack pool consists of any combination of 3 attack die. 3 attack dice. You cannot roll more than 2 dice of a single color. Health 15, speed 4, defense 2 black dice, and of course the attack, as it says, can be whatever you want it to be. And finally, the big bad himself, we've got Darth Vader. There's his figure that comes with the game. 18 deployment cost, so you're going to spend almost half your deployment budget on this guy by himself. Surge pierce 3 and surge +2 damage. You can use an action for brutality, perform 2 attacks. Each attack must have a different target. Surge for, or action for force choke. Choose a hostile figure in your line of sight. That figure suffers 2 damage and 1 strain. With can't block it, nothing. It's just automatic. 2 damage, 1 strain. And keep in mind, in the skirmish game, if you suffer a strain, actually what you have to do is you have to discard command cards. So then Foresight. While defending, you may reroll 1 defense die. He has 16 health, 4 speed, 2 black defense die, and attacks with 2 red and 1 yellow, which is absolutely brutal. And there you have it, all the deployment cards in Star Wars Imperial Assault. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Find me on Twitter at boredonlineboardoffline. I'm on BGG. I'm on Board Game Blender every other week. So until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.